Well, I've made it, at least. Like, if I had done this like a week ago, I could have said, we've made it, but I'm about a week and a half behind to the party, so... But, the Season 8 finale, I have made it. I have officially caught up. So all I'll have to do after this is Forgotten Friendship and, you know, if I can, you know, get around to a couple of the other episodes of the EQG digital series before I can move on to my personal plans before Season 9 comes out next year. And I've also heard about a specific Christmas special coming out this year. It's supposed to be an hour special. I don't know. I just realized I haven't given my greeting yet. Hello everyone, I am FrostCloud on my Mr. Chaos the Cunning Wolf channel, and today I'm going to be reacting to MLP Season 8, the finale. I could have said, you know, episode 25 and 26, but let's just say the finale. School Raze. What raise? Like a raise, like raise in pay, or like a razor blade? What does that even mean? I don't get that pun. But now, I've heard through some gossip that Cozy Glow may be the villain. I'm really hoping that's not the case. Maybe she'll be reformed. I mean, this is MLP we're talking about, so most likely, but... well, you know, maybe... as I recall a couple of videos ago, like, during my reaction to, episode 22, What Lies Beneath, I was gonna say, you know, if it turns out that Cozy Glow is a villain, I'm actually gonna have a lot of issues with that. Because I thought that Cozy Glow was a very good character. You know, I really liked her as a character in the episode 12, Marks for Effort, so... But maybe she'll be reformed, maybe she'll learn a good lesson. Maybe she's just a kid with ambitions and she's just gonna make a mistake like Starlight did. Maybe Starlight will be the voice of reason, but... I don't know. Maybe other people will make an appearance, like, I've heard something about Tyrek coming back. I mean, that's going to be disastrous, because we saw how things went with Tyrek in Season 4. Like, he almost won. You know, like, if the Tree of Harmony didn't do anything, well, that was it. Tyrek won. So, but yeah, I'm excited to see what's going to happen here. Again, if Cozy Glow turns out to be evil, I don't know how I'm going to take that, but hopefully she'll be reformed, and hopefully the ending will be good. Wonder if there'll be any songs in this finale. I mean, it's been feeling like as of late, you know, in a lot of the premieres and finales, we haven't been getting as much songs as we used to, but maybe there will be in this one, I don't know. But enough chit-chat. Without further ado, let's get started. Hey, male pony derpy. She's eco. Oh, I like the design of her. She almost looks like an OC. Her mane definitely violates the 3-color only rule, but whatever. But still, I like her design.
I'm late for my class's field trip to Cloudsdale. Don't worry. I asked Professor Rainbow Dash to cover for you. And she said yes? Uh-huh. I told her how busy you are and how much her loyalty meant to you. I also color-coded your teaching schedule by friendship element and cataloged all the magical artifacts in the school. I hope that's okay. Okay?
I wonder if anybody saw you two. Somebody would think that...
You're like my red-hoofed pony. I don't know what
you would think
without
that
you.
I bet someone would think that Cozy's her kid or something.
Ta-da! The Pegasus Weather Factory.
Oh yeah, that you tried to interfere with during Tanks for the Memories.
I've never stood on a cloud before.
You can't normally, but for our trip, I cast a spell that lets us walk like...
Yeah, I was wondering why your horn was glowing. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You're a bit heavy for a cloud.
Come on, we gotta catch him.
So they're basically the new Wonderbolts.
I don't understand. It's like my spell stopped working.
I've heard something in the synopsis for this finale that magic in flight was disappearing everywhere.
My magic is gone! I even had to use my horns to quaff my tail! Didn't we learn in class about a creature that eats magic? Tartarus something? T-Rex!
Isn't he trapped in Tartarus?
Oh, wait. Has he been released?
What's wrong?
Thanks. I've never had a letter get stuck before. It's from Princess Celestia.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
From Star Swirl the Bearded.
Hey! What's he gonna do?
When the sun sets on the third day, the magic in our world will be gone. Forever.
But why is this happening now? That's the worst part. We have no idea.
Is it T-Rex or...
On T-Rex? You mean the big red scary centaur who eats magic? Why would we want... Oh!
Yeah, but how is he doing it? I don't see him...
Has found some way to escape his prison or work from within it. He could be responsible for this.
That is the best explanation so far. Some pony should investigate.
We'll go.
Oh, we're gonna see more in depth what Tartarus looks like. This is gonna be cool.
Be careful. Tartarus has changed since you were there, and now holds many dangerous creatures.
And you can say we've kind of changed it too, because, you know, if we didn't exist, the show wouldn't have gone past 3 seasons, so it wouldn't be as... So, we're pretty much responsible for Tartarus being overcrowded.
I marked twos as twos just in case. Starlight can't stand.
Seriously, if the synopsis is correct, I mean, how could she possibly be involved in this?
See? Nothing to worry about. Tell me there's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, I don't think Twilight's anxiety is helping.
I thought Starlight Glimmer was
Wait, where is she?
there.
She was, but she left me this note. I have to go. Twilight needs my help. I know the school is in good hooves with you, Cozy. Isn't that sweet?
You wrote that yourself, didn't you?
If Smolder get homework, you'll not get homework. Me too.
I'm in.
Homework party.
It's like you question Cozy. I mean, friendship is in their nature.
Guilty. Professor Rainbow Dash would be so proud. You are such good friends. You all are, and I'm grateful because it will be.
I find it a bit
awfully hard
unsettling
running
how
a
she
whole
knows so
school
much.
alone. I miss my magic. Have you tried using
Yeah,
your
now you
tail
know
to
how
shoot 'em away?
Tempest feels.
Bite your tongue. It's for decorative purposes only. I didn't know we've had degree.
That'll keep the flies off.
Ooh, it smells just like it looks.
Well, kind of like bug spray, so yeah. Oh, that's a day past.
Cozy Glow gave our class tickets to a Sapphire Shores concert in Ponyville tonight.
Oh, not Countess Coloratura.
Why, Cozy Pony, coming out catacombs so late at night?
Wait, and what was she even looking down at in the 22nd episode anyway?
Last time I was here, I had to use magic to get in, and according to Star Swirl, all unicorn magic was gone by yesterday's sunset.
Maybe he was wrong.
It's Starlight. No, it's Star Swirl.
Twilight, I got this. Free pizza delivery!
You're not gonna pull that classic trick, are you? And wait a minute, isn't there that 3-headed dog that's guarding the place anyway?
How about this?
The key of unfettered entrance.
Unfettered entrance. Are they just admitting that they're kind of trespassing? Oh, let's see. Hey, nice 3D animation of the doors opening.
I guess it only works once.
Oh no, they're gonna... Great. Hey, there's a cockatrice.
Do something, Fluttershy. Don't look at it. It'll turn you to stone.
Oh no, give it the stare. Wait, the white one, there's that creature from the Arctic North. How is he bad?
Where is Princess Twilight?
Oh, golly.
What are you even doing here anyway?
As of now, I am head stallion, and I have quite a few changes to make.
Wait a minute. Okay, so is it Chancellor racist or Cozy?
Excuse me, puppy. You're a very good guard. Yes, you are.
You were right about them from the beginning, Chancellor. I see that now.
What are you saying?
I don't want anything to do with creatures that could threaten Equestria.
Wisely put, Colt.
Is he just saying that so he can get loose? Is he just acting so he could do something?
I need the Cutie Mark Crusaders. My friends are in trouble.
Ah, okay.
Huh? I thought Cozy Glow was in charge.
Not anymore. But you guys are good buddies. If you can convince her to distract Naysay, I can break out my friends. Will you help me?
Do mulberries have seeds? That's a yes.
Yeah, I think you forgot, you know, he's not a farmer.
Can't you just tell us your pen pal's name? I mean, since we're stuck here anyway?
Oh, why not? The irony is too perfect. Her name is...
Cozy Glow! I could have sworn I saw her come...
Really?
Oh, I'm sorry I had to push you in, but what else could I do? You were going to ruin all my plans.
To do what?
You might get some company soon if I can't make that annoying Naysay back off!
Wait, what?
With Twilight and her lackeys out of my way, all of Equestria will bow to me! The future Empress of Friendship!
So she was a spoiled brat this whole time, or does she actually have a backstory?
Cozy Glow is behind all of this?
I'm not...
Are we gonna get an explanation? I don't think you're getting out.
Then I guess we'll just have to bust our way out!
Good luck.
Rest assured, from now on, this school shall be run according to strict EEA guidelines. The way it always should have been.
Well, that sounds just peachy! Head stallion, Naysay.
But still, what's her deal, though?
I guess we're on our own.
So I guess this is gonna be like a young hero scenario.
Still locked, huh? We gotta at least try to get out.
Why? If Sambar's turned his back on us, every other pony probably has too.
Sambar not turn his back. Sambar is our friend.
Going with your guts.
Said he didn't want anything to do with us.
Maybe he just said that so one of us could be free to snoop around and figure out what's going on.
Ding, 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 ding.
That sounds too clever for a pony to come up with.
Fiona knew Sambar was still our friend.
We all are. Except for Cozy Glow. That pony is not who we thought she was. She's the one draining magic out of a...
Still, what's her deal, though?
As your new head stallion, let me be the first to say that the reign of Princess Twilight is over. From now on, this school will adhere to EEA doctrine, as it should have from the start.
Thank you, Chancellor Naysay, for that rousing speech. I know you're a stallion who...
Did she just say arousing or rousing?
Are we going to give the pony, who already tried to wreck Twilight School once, another chance to do it?
Well, why?
Well, I guess things will have to stay the way Twilight wants them.
I mean, what's
which
with these
includes
shifts? I
leaving
mean,
me in
one moment
charge.
she wants to take over Glossy and one... Now we're tossing the racists in the trash.
You see, if there's one thing I've learned here, it's that friendship is the most powerful thing there is. And as head mayor of the School of Friendship, no pony will have more friends than me, making me
wait a
the
minute.
most powerful pony in Equestria!
So she basically So because she's an outcast, she basically wants to be the Princess of Friendship, but only with reckless measures like this.
Oh, wonderful. I suppose you've all come to gloat?
Sure there's magic in Cerberus?
Oh, Cerberus, yeah. I thought I remembered what the name of that three-headed dog was.
Have you even thought about what losing magic would mean?
It means the six of you will be trapped here, like me.
7!
Exactly. It means you're trapped here, forever, with us.
I hadn't thought of it like that.
I thought it was a revenge plan, though. Wait, what's the Manticore doing here?
Even though we'll sing and dance from 1 to 10, and then we'll do it all again!
That's a nice cake.
Our tea, Princess Bunny Rock? Oh, don't mind if I do!
I don't think you should be doing that.
Kennedy.
Fine! I'll help you leave. Just please stop!
T-Rexing! It's just so exciting.
Oh, okay.
Yay! Twilight did it!
I couldn't have done it without all your help.
I'm not sure we did.
And without all the antagonists too.
No!
T-Rex said all of Equestria's magic would be gone at sunset.
Without magic, there's no way we'll get back to the school in time.
What does that mean?
It means we failed.
Really? I mean,
These creatures want magic gone from Equestria because it's the only thing ponies have that they don't.
Technically, there's a magical component when Silverstream and I transform.
yeah, they found a hole in your logic there.
And with magic gone from Equestria, I'm not even sure the Tree of Harmony will be as helpful as it once was.
Oh, really? Wait, how did they even get back in time anyway?
They're glowing like the elements. I think the Tree of Harmony saved them.
Guess our
Oh, really?
pretty magical after all.
Hurry, grab the artifact.
There's a reason we call them the Student Six.
Didn't you say that could destroy the school? But if we don't try, we could lose.
Yeah, it's necessary collateral damage. And besides, they can rebuild it anyway.
Get clear!
Ah! Wait! Where are you going? You've ruined everything! Now Twilight and her ridiculous friends.
Yeah, but what's your backstory, though?
Honesty, loyalty, generosity, blah, blah, blah. I can make more friends without using any of them. And if I can't do it here, I'll do it somewhere else.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Hey there's female guards too? Well, things are getting a lot more creative in the Royal Guard. So what, she's sent to the Equestrians' equivalent of Juvenile Hall or something?
Now that we've saved Equestria, we figured we're done with school.
Saving Equestria is nice, but I'm afraid it'll take more than one semester to learn all there is to know about friendship.
I told ya.
As much as we all hate school, it takes quite a lot of grades to get out of it.
I thought friendship was something that only ponies should share with each other. But you all taught me how wrong I was. I suppose true friendship can take a lifetime to understand.
If it were easy to learn, we wouldn't need a school.
I guess he's amongst one of the reformed antagonists too.
Listen, what happened? Is everything all right? Where's Cozy Glow?
Where is she, like, what is Juvenile Hall even called in Equestria anyway?
Won't be causing any more trouble.
Are you serious? Again with the female guards. Seriously?
Hey, neighbor. Wanna be friends?
I mean, you... What, is she coming back or something? Okay, before I talk about what I feel off of first impression on this episode, obviously there was no song, but as I said in the end, apparently female guards do exist. So I guess, you know, when I'm done writing the backstory for my OC, you know, there are a lot of female guards in, you know, my story, but I guess, you know, I guess the city, which I'm not going to be naming, I guess the city where my OC is raised in up north is not the only one with female guards too, so I guess, you know, they're getting a bit more creative with the guards. Like, first we had, you know, black armor, you know, I guess for the rookies that were training with Flash Magnus, and now we have female guards too. I guess that's the Equestria equivalent of police women, but yeah. This finale feels like an interesting idea, not really executed the greatest, if you know what I mean. Like, I do like how, like, Chancellor Naysay's racist attitude is, you know, changed in the end, and, you know, I like the amount of teamwork, and, you know, the whole concept of the main six being trapped in Tartarus. We actually got to see what Tartarus actually furtherly looked like, you know, and there were even some creatures there that I didn't even know even deserved to be there. Like, what did the Manticore deserve to be there? I thought Tartarus was only for creatures that, you know, were, you know, animate, you know, could actually talk, you know, like Tyrek, or like, you know what I mean, like the actual villains, not just creatures that happen to be vicious, but, I don't know. And, you know, speaking of that, like, say what you want, you know, I know other people will definitely have a different opinion, but sending a foal to an adult prison like Tartarus, or, I don't know, I don't know, I mean, I just thought she would be sent somewhere, which is pretty much the equestrian equivalent of juvenile hall or something. But, I mean, sending her to Tartarus, I mean, yeah, what she did was very dangerous, but, I mean, and the fact that she didn't really have much of a backstory, like, you know, when she said sometime, you know, during the finale, you know, that, you know, with after I do all this, then I'll have more friends than even Twilight, so, well, was she just greedy or something? Like, you know, from the first episode, you know, like, from where she was first introduced, you know, marks for effort, I knew she was sort of the shy loner type, yet she was very smart, you know, she loved learning, so, but, I mean, we don't really get much of a backstory. I mean, no flashback, you know, no backstory with kind of like the crystal animation, if you know what I mean. None of that. Just her saying that, you know, friendship is power. Like that's the most typical, you know, backstory for any villain, and you know, a typical backstory for any villain that isn't reformed. And obviously I don't know if she will be, I don't know if she'll return, you know, if that evil laugh she gave off at the end even indicated anything, but that was a bit of a disappointment, and you know what, you know, that, I think that's, you know, the problem I'm definitely gonna have with this episode if I so choose to review it someday, and definitely a problem I have with it now. You know, it's bad enough that it turns out, yes, Cozy Glow is an antagonist, but more insultingly of all, she didn't really have a proper backstory. I thought, okay, well, she's a foal, so does she have a unique backstory? But no, none of that. It was just her saying, friendship is power, and blah, blah, blah. No need for all the lessons, you know, it's just all about having as many friends as possible. I basically see her as the real-life equivalent of someone who goes around bragging about how much friends they have on Twitter or social media, yet more than 90% of them, they probably don't even socialize with them. Like, she's pretty much an example of those people who just look at the big number at the end of the day, but again, there had to be some sort of unique backstory for her greed, but there just wasn't, and that's what bothers me so much about it. One thing I definitely did like about the finale is, you know, when our new Student 6 got to pretty much become their own main 6, you know? Okay, so if Twilight showing up in her Tree of Harmony form in episode 22, What Lies Beneath, indicated anything, you know, maybe that was just her spirit within that very room, you know, coming back over the Student 6. So, I mean, that was really good. It was very good to see the Student 6 get their moment to shine there as well, but, I mean, okay, I'm not going to repeat myself with Cozy Glow, you know how underwhelmed I feel, how disappointed I feel. But maybe sometime in the future I might do maybe, I don't know, somewhat of an analysis. Like, I'm no brony analyst, but I may do like some sort of a long theory video, you know, analyzing every single appearance she's had. Like, not only the very first episode she was introduced in, Marks for Effort, but all of her other appearances. Like, what does it indicate? You know, what were her true intentions? Like, because for an antagonist like this to exist without a backstory, it just makes things feel incomplete. Again, maybe something will happen to her in the premiere next season or something, I don't know, but I mean, okay, I'm not gonna go in loops, so let's talk about the positives. Well, like, the main 6, you know, like, I don't have any flaws with them, you know, and honestly, you know, the fact that they got so little screen time, I mean, it was interesting if they did, you know, more greater things with it. Like, they did do interesting things with it, don't get me wrong, but, I mean, and the whole Chancellor Naysay losing his whole, you know, racist attitude was nice to see, but this just feels like a story. I don't know if this can even work because we had a lot of characters intervening in the season 7 finale, you know, shadow play, but it just felt like we had so many characters coming together. Like, it just gets a bit confusing. Like, maybe it's just because this is my first viewing, but it just feels a bit, it feels like a weird combination, you know? This episode to me felt kind of underwhelming just in the field of Cozy Glow, but at the same time it feels overwhelming, and not really in a good way. It feels overwhelming because we have so many characters doing all sorts of different things at the same time, and I'm like, wait, what are we even doing again? So, But, yeah, I honestly don't even know. Like, well, I mean, I do know, like, do I like this finale? Sort of. Like, would I consider it worse than Fake It Till You Make It? Certainly not. But, yeah, okay, like, honestly, Cozy Glow not having a backstory was honestly the biggest disappointment with this episode, for me personally. You all know, like some of you saw my review on Marks for Effort, and I really liked her as a character, so for her to turn around and do something like this, I thought she would have somewhat of an interesting backstory for her being a fool, but no, and to add, even more confusion, they think it's sensible to send her to a more dangerous prison rather than just the Equestria's equivalent of juvenile hall or something, but maybe I'm looking too deep into this or something, but... And, before all of you ask, oh, is Cozy Glow being a fool your problem? Like, no, that's not what I'm saying. That's not my problem, but... my problem is not the antagonist being a fool. In fact, I thought it was interesting. It sounded interesting on paper. But the fact that there was not really much to show for it, there was not really much of a reason other than magic is power, that's why I wanted more friends. Like, come on, that's the most typical reason for any character to become evil. I don't know who wrote this episode. I don't know if they're on such a time constraint or something. Maybe all the effort went into the Christmas special I heard that's supposed to be coming out. But this finale could have been much better. And I'm sorry, but looking at every other finale in the series, I honestly think this might be amongst not my most hated, not the worst, but definitely my most least favorite in the series. It's disappointing to say too, because the kind of brony I am, I'm the type of brony who has a habit of usually having either the premiere or the finale, as his most favorite of, a season. But honestly, I would have to say, I don't really know which episode of the season was really my most favorite. It might be the Hearthwarming Club. It may be Surf and or Turf. I don't know. It could be the Washouts, I don't know. But this is the first time where I've had episodes in the middle of the season which I personally, which are personally my more favorite than both the premiere and the finale. And again, I just feel so disappointed. It feels like my heart is literally just sinking out of its chest right now, because, if Fame and Misfortune taught me anything, and this is sort of something I forgot to say in my review on it, when it comes to the whole we're not perfect thing, we're not flawless, it doesn't just apply to the show's fan base, too. It doesn't just apply to the brony fandom or people who don't declare to be Pegasisters or bronies but are still fans of the show. Even the civilian fans, I like to call them, even though all of us are not perfect, neither are the writers. They can write a doozy sometimes. They can write disappointment sometimes, and maybe this was one of the biggest examples. But again, maybe this is just a whole scenario of, maybe most of the effort went into the Christmas special I've heard that's supposed to be coming up. It's supposed to be the perfect gift. I read about it on the Wikipedia page for the list of all the MLP episodes, and apparently the synopsis for the 1 hour special is supposed to be the main six finding the perfect gift. Like, what perfect gift? For their friendship? I mean, I don't really see what else new you can do with it. Hope there's going to be a nice Christmas song in it, though. But maybe that's because that's where all the effort's going. Like, I looked at the release date and it's supposed to be airing, on October the 27th, so of course I jotted that down as a note, so I know when to react to it. There's really not much else I can say. Like, I honestly like the whole creative idea of, the main six borrowing, the supposed antagonist's, remaining magic, to get out of the door. But, I mean, again, even then, like, why were some of those creatures even in Tartarus anyway? I thought they were just wild animals that just happen to be vicious. I don't think that's their fault. I think that's just their nature. But, I mean, with Tyrek and, a few other villains I can understand, but I just realized something. How come Tyrek is the only sensible antagonist to be in Tartarus in the first place? Like Cerberus, the three-headed dog guarding the place, it doesn't talk, but I can understand its being there because it's vicious and all. And I guess it has the brain capacity to understand it's supposed to be a guard. But then again, King Zombra was really sent back deep down into the Arctic North, so I guess he wouldn't be in Tartarus. Discord was reformed. Queen Chrysalis is still is still on the run. Stygian was reformed. Starlight was obviously reformed. Sunset was reformed. Heh. I'm beginning to see from this perspective, you know, why so many people complain about villains being reformed way too much. But that's honestly something that kind of bugged me about Tartarus. The place was cool, don't get me wrong. I love seeing the interior of it and, you know, seeing the main six sort of, in a way, catching up, sort of catching up with, Tyrek, in terms of talk form. Yeah, it was a confrontation, but, the whole annoyance from Pinky, to persuade him to let them go. But even then, that doesn't make sense. Like, wouldn't he want them to stay, though? Like, yeah, Pinky's annoying, but, well, I mean, to him, but, not to us. We all love Pinky, Pinky's awesome. But you think he'd sort of want them to stay with them as sort of a revenge plan? Like, if they were really gonna stay there forever, I mean, wouldn't that be torturous for them? I mean, like, yeah, they probably, knowing Fluttershy, they'd probably make friends with all the other creatures, but I mean, okay, now I'm picturing in my head, what they would do for several years, what they'd be forced to do if they were you know what, I'm not even gonna think about that anymore, because I don't know if it has something to do with me being on the spectrum, or maybe everybody does it, but whenever I think of scenarios like that, even characters, it breaks my heart, to think of what, the conditions they would have to endure if they really were to be forced to live there forever. But my point is, you think Tyrek would want that, right? You think Tyrek would want such a horrible thing for them, right? After he failed, after they foiled his plan to, suck all the magic and flight out of Equestria. Just to me, it just doesn't really add up. But then again, one thing doesn't really add up to me with this finale anyway. I mean, if Cozy Glow is to prove anything, but again, I don't really have much else to say about this episode. It had good things, but mostly it was disappointing. But believe it or not, I still don't consider it to be worse than Fake It Till You Make It, or even Yakety Sax. So, and even then, I even think Yakety Sax is better than Fake It Till You Make It. So, yeah, there's that. But anyways, who knows? If I so choose to review this someday, maybe my attitude against it will change, but it's not looking like it, And as for the season, I usually talk a little bit about the season when it comes to finale reactions. It was okay. The whole story arc, revolving around the school, I liked the Student 6. I still do like the Student 6. Like I said, they got a nice moment to shine in this finale, and they're pretty much their friendship is beginning to develop a magical force of its own. But then again, there were episodes like Fake It Till You Make It, a couple of other episodes I didn't really care much for. There's Road to Friendship, I actually find that more funny, but to me it's still an episode that just exists. As I said, Surf and or Turf and the Horsewoman Club are definitely amongst my favorites, along with the Washouts and A Rock Hoof and A Hard Place. Again, it feels weird. I find a lot of the episodes, in the duration of the seasons better than the two ends, but hopefully that won't be the same for the next season. But, yeah, bottom line, there were things I liked about this finale, but overall, I'm pretty disappointed. Anyway, that was my reaction to MLP Season 8, the finale, School Raze. Hope you all found some interest in this. My name is Frostcloud, and you have a wonderful day. Rohuff.